Hi, how are you? How is everyone today? I feel superb. The energy is immaculate today. So I figured when the energy is dope, why don't I jump online and say hi to you guys? Hope you guys had a really good weekend. Hey, gorgeous. Hi. Hey, Miss Thang. Hey, Lena. I'm really good, Katie. Is it morning for you? It's evening for me. Where are you located? They were that it would be morning. I hope everyone's doing really, really good. Your girl's thriving. I spent the day out in the pool in the backyard, so your girl's feeling lush. So life is good. Okay, cool. Australia. I have friends out in Melbourne. Melbourne. I'm sure I butchered that. It's probably not how you say Melbourne. Yeah, I did. It feels so good. It's funny because I burn really easily. So I've had so much SPF on my face, and like I put an umbrella next to the pool, so like I kind of hover under the umbrella, and then texting I'm texting the husband to come bring me out. It's a whole thing. When you're as white as I am, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. So what we're gonna jump into right away, what we always jump into when you jump into one of my lives, is we're gonna just take some deep breaths because it's good for you. On your terms, check with your body, feels what feels good for you, and just sort of go with the flow. I think it's Gemini season, which I thrive in Gemini season. I have a lot of Gemini in air placement, so I'm loving the energy. But I'm gonna warn you guys, we are moving into Cancer energy, which is also my world because I'm a Cancer sun. But Cancer energy, it's really emotional. It's very loving. It's very real. It's authentic. It's everything that you can imagine in a Cancer zodiac sign in astrology. That's the vibe we're going to get here soon. So Gemini's been all over the place, but now we're going to be moving into a Cancer energy, which is going to really kind of force you to confront those emotions. Hey girl, it's been so long. How are you? We Cancers are okay. So I have a theory on Cancers. I feel like June. I'm a June Cancer. I feel like we're the dope. We're so dope. But I'm gonna be honest with you. July Cancers scare the fuck out of me. I feel like they're really unhealed July Cancers. Unhealed July Cancers can be really problematic, to say the least. What did you guys think about, hey Leo, I'm a Leo rising, of the talking about seashells stuff? Your Earth sun is dying. Hey, welcome guys. Welcome. So I feel very, very drawn to a specific deck, and when I feel drawn to this deck, I get really excited because I've had so many beautiful signs today. It's really cool. In the pool, I had this really cool butterfly flying around. And it actually landed on my hat, which is a huge sign of transformation and abundance and all the good juju. So we love that. And then this just showed up on my desk. This is a clamshell. And clamshells are known for protection, as well as prosperity and abundance. Clamshells are kind of like your clear quartz of the seashell world, as far as associations with like metaphysical properties and stuff like that. Kind of like a clear quartz can be used for a lot of different things, even though it does have its own properties. That's kind of like the clamshell. So you can use this for beauty. You can put these in your beauty spells, either love spells, your protection spells. Keeping one of these on your altars is really great for protection. Just like oyster shells are really good for protection. I love shells. I mean, I think they're so beautiful, and you have to think about the amount of energy that is connected to a shell. I mean, you have water energy, you have the animal spirit in here. It's really beautiful, and I love working with shells. And I just, with it being summer, they're around me, so I've been I mean, I'm just showing you the vibes and why your girl's vibes are so on point. And then, you know, I have my snake plant in the back. If you guys didn't know what a snake plant is, they're really great for protection. Oh, cool. I constantly am collecting. Did you guys remember these shells? Brief background of what? We used to always call these wishing rocks, but I don't know what they really are, but I love these. You know. Hi, Gabby. Every time I go to the beach, I collect something, rocks, whatever. So I think we're going to jump into a quick little prayer. Prayer is so powerful for your vibes, raises your vibrations, connects you to the divine. And so we're going to pray out to Archangel Michael today. And Archangel Michael, I ask that you surround all of us, everyone here, and our beloveds and our children, our pets, all those that we care for, our friends and our families. And I ask that you surround them with your powerful wings and clear them of all negativity. I hope you clear them of all emotional distress. I ask you, Archangel Michael, to surround them with your powerful wings and protect them from all that is seen and unseen. I ask that you go through their physical and mental and emotional bodies and clear out all harmful energies that are not serving them to the highest of their abilities. And I ask that you help us just thrive and step into our most powerful and highest timelines so that we can embody our future selves. And I ask Archangel Michael that you just walk with us every day. And thank you. And you guys don't have to receive that energy if you don't want to. It's just something I like to do for everyone and for myself because it really does help you raise your vibrations. And it's not a Christianity thing. It's just a spiritual thing. So don't feel, you know, anything in that part. You know, you don't have to be Christian to work with angels. Angels, if you look at historically speaking, you can find angels. Hey, girl! You can find angels in every pantheon, Christianity, Islam. There's Judaism, the occult, witchcraft. Angels really are for everyone, and we love that about them. Girl, I've been so busy. We have the stepkids here now. So let's just jump, and I'm going to ask Archangel Michael for some guidance right now for the energy surrounding so many of us. And so I'm going to jump, into our collective reading for all of you here. And then if anybody wants to stick around for a mini read, I'm going to be here for that. So Archangel Michael, what messages do you have for us right now? Okay, so a lot came out. So I'm going to kind of start over there because that was a lot. I did cleanse these ahead of time, and I activated them with some selenite. So, woo, they're popping, they're jumping. Okay. Ooh, stillness. For me, the energy that I'm really feeling and what Archangel Michael is showing me is the stars in the sky. You know, all the magic that is still around us, and sometimes we're not going to see the beauty. We're not going to see the magic because we're caught up. We're caught up in life. We're caught up in our heads. We're caught up in the situations that we're dealing with right now that we need to stop and sort of just look around us and remember how much magic is really all around us. I'm also feeling very, very pulled to the lights, you know, the northern lights here. And what Archangel Michael is really talking about right now is how you are connected to the beauty and the magic around you. And that until you really are accountable and that you realize that you're in control of your destiny and you're in control of your energy, and that without being honest with yourself, that you're allowing yourself to get caught up in situations and caught up with people that aren't serving you anymore, or caught up in old habits. You know, we can all pray, we can all do candle magic, we can all manifest with the best of them, right? We all have access to this energy. But if you're not going to embrace it and you're not going to, you know, walk the walk and really focus with our 3D energy, and, you know, you can't just pray every night to lose weight. You can't pray every night to bring your soulmate towards you. What you need to do is get up in the morning and go to the gym. You know, if you want to bring your soulmate towards you, then you have to really ask yourself, am I ready to have my soulmate in my life? Is there room for my soulmate? Am I ready? Am I healed enough that I can embrace having that type of love around me? You know? And so what Archangel Michael is really talking about right here is the beauty is around you, but it's up to you to see it. It's up to you to embrace it. It's up to you to make the decision for yourselves. Am I going to fall back in old patterns that never have served me? Or I'm going to finally just put that behind me and do what I need to do, you know, put the hard work in, get the new eating, you know, regimen going, go to therapy, you know, start really working on my doctorate, whatever messages resonate for you, and understand that your angels are with you and they're trying to send you messages, they're trying to give you guidance, but unless you kind of stop, remove yourself from the situations that are not serving you. And I know that sounds really cliche, we hear it all the time, you know, don't, if it's not serving you, whatever, but what does that really mean? Archangel Michael is talking about the things that are not allowing you to step into your highest and good. What does that mean? Because come on, let's break it down. Let's be real with each other. Let's not stay stuck in this spiritual wishy-washy, the woo-woo. What does that actually mean? What that means in all reality is you getting down to the details. You know, how do you get from point A to point Z? Z being the finish line, the goals. Well, you have to go to B, C, D, E, every single one of them ahead of time. You know, you have to wake up in the morning and be like, okay, am I going to keep sleeping in, or I'm going to wake up earlier and get to the gym? Am I going to keep sleeping in, or am I going to wake up earlier? Am I going to journal? Am I going to keep sleeping in, or am I going to wake up and meal plan? Whatever it is for you. You have to ask yourself, what are you going to do to actually manifest the life? And then, what are you going to do to keep your manifestations in your life? Because a lot of times people will get their manifestations, but they don't know how to hold on to them. Because it's almost like, and I use this a lot because I think a lot of people can relate with it, you know, with diet culture. You know, it's like going on the diet, reaching your goal weight, but then not maintaining it. Oh, good. I'm so glad you did. I'm sure she was just so happy to get into the pool. It's amazing, guys, how one card can give you so much, right? Community. The other thing I'm hearing is, you know, you are what you eat, so to speak. You are the company you keep. And so you have to remember that if you have people around you that drag you down or keep you in a mindset that it isn't going to help you kind of do better, you've got to really think about that. And that doesn't mean necessarily you have to cut off all friendships with people or relationships with people, but you've got to really be mindful of your energy. And you've got to be really mindful of the simple fact that, you know what? I can't go out and hang out with these people every weekend because when I'm with them, I drink. And if I drink, I sleep in. And if I sleep in, I don't go to the gym. If I don't go to the gym, then I'm not reaching my goals. Or I can't go out with these people this weekend because they smoke. And every time I'm around them, I smoke. But I'm trying to quit smoking. Well, how do you quit smoking if you're always around people that are smoking? It's just not going to work, you know, or it's certainly going to make it a lot harder. Why would you make it harder for yourself when you don't need to? I put this oil on. It smells so good. Sorry. It's like ADHD for craziness. Release. Okay, let's talk about release. And I talk to you guys about this all the time. A lot of you are like, well, how do I release? Well, easy. Ask your angels to help you. This is all about working smarter, not harder, guys. You know, people are always like, oh, girl, do you journal every night? I don't have time to journal every night. I'm busy. You know, I got kids. I got a husband. I mean, I got 4 dogs. I got 4 cats. I'm busy. And this is about spiritually surrendering so that you can release these things. You know, I don't have time to sit there and put some elaborate candle together. I just don't. Your spell work doesn't have to have 50 million moving parts. It just doesn't. I mean, here, we'll talk about this right now. You know, taking a shell like this and just meditating and using the energy and the power of the shell and drawing out this protection or drawing out this banishing and cleansing, because this type of shell right here is really good for banishing. That's just an example. Or if you have some labradorite, you have literally This is really good for protection as well. And you can connect with this energy, and you can just help it to say, hey, you know, angels, please help me to release all of these energies that are no longer serving. And you don't even need the crystal. You could literally just be like, angels, or if you're working with Aphrodite, Aphrodite, please help me to release this, and then put an offering for her on your altar. You guys have to remember that sometimes when you do too much, it's actually a hindrance. The problem with spirituality and witch talk and all these people is that it's turned into such a capitalist thing, when no one is saying to you, hey, intention isn't everything, but it's a stepping point. It's the first step. It's the very first step in all of this. And sometimes reaching out and asking for help and not feeling like you've got to plow through life by yourself is so much more powerful than putting together an elaborate spell. It just is. It just is. Because if you think about it, we are all spiritually connected. Good, exactly. Flowers, you know, that is such a beautiful tool. Flowers, they come right, it's just like I was talking about the snake plant on my altar for protection. It's intentionally doing everything. That's the power. That's spirituality. That's true witchcraft. That's true connection to the divine. When you put the intention into everything, it's not sitting down and putting together a spell with 50 moving parts. Not to say that stuff doesn't work, not to say that's not powerful, but what's really powerful is when you integrate and put intention into everything you do. So you wake up in the morning and you put intention into your day. You go to bed and you put intention into your evening. You put intention into your food. You put intention into everything. Because otherwise you're just floating. You're literally just floating around. It's true. You can't just light a candle and expect it to do anything either. You have to put the intention into that. What is intention? It's just your goal. What you want it to do, and knowing and having the faith that it's going to happen. And spiritually surrendering, that's number 2. Intention and spiritual surrender is the most powerful moving parts in all of this. You can read every book in the world. You can light every candle you want. It doesn't mean shit. It really doesn't mean shit. I can light candles all day. It doesn't mean shit. But when I put the intention into it, and the desire and the goal and the energy into it, that's when it's a game changer. So what's more powerful? I'm going to be really fucking real with you guys. What's more powerful? I have this right here with the intention for wish fulfillment. Okay? Or a candle with 50 million moving parts in it. 50, you know, or let's say 17 different herbs, but you don't really know what you're doing, and you're just throwing it together because you saw it in a book, and just lighting the candle and hoping for the best. This will win every time. This will win every time because your goal is set, your intention is made. Sorry. I'm very passionate about this stuff, guys. Because it's I want it for all of you. Because it's a, you know, spirituality and witchcraft and healing and just becoming self-aware, and my spiritual awakening, as typical as it has been, saved my life. I've never known the peace that I know now. I've never known the joy that I know now. I never was able to be in a part in my life where I was actually able to sit down and be like, holy fuck, I'm happy. I'm at peace. I'm good. I'm okay. And there's nothing I want more for every single one of you out there. Literally. It's what I want for all of you, is to feel what I feel. And I know that I'm just scratching the surface. And that's what motivates me to keep going every day. Because I know that this feeling that I have right now, where I'm sitting here and I'm passionate. When was the last time you guys were truly passionate about something? When was the last time that you could literally talk about the same thing for hours and hours and hours and not get bored of it? And that's what spirituality has done for me. That's what witchcraft has done for me. That's what connecting with my angels and the divine has done for me. Where I have a passion. Where I didn't just wake up every morning and I had to feed the kids or let the dogs out or go to work, or, you know, I have a passion. And that's what this can do for you. But it's about learning to hack the system almost, literally. And not feel bad because you don't have everything. You don't have every crystal, and you don't have every rock, and you don't have every flower, and you don't none of that really matters at the end of the day. Do you think, Moses had rose quartz? Or do you think witches 100 years ago had rose quartz? No, they didn't. Most of them had a stick and some herbs, and they fucking made it work. Literally. And that was because they were so, in my mind, I look back at that and I'm like, wow, them some badass bitches. And I'm not trying to be like anyone but myself, but those are some hardcore ladies, the ones who had to figure it out themselves, and just like, that's powerful. That's so powerful to me. I love it. I fucking love it. Don't get it fucked up. I love rose quartz. And I wear my crystals. But I think what's more important is, when I first got into the spirituality game, when I was going through the very early stages of my very initial spiritual awakening, I felt like I had to buy everything, and I had to have, I need this crystal, and I need that, and I need that herb, and and it all just became clutter. It all just became clutter. I had every witchcraft book you could. I read every book too, man. I had every book, and I read every fucking book, and I had it all. I had everything. And all it was a fucking draining bill, because it didn't make me feel any better. It only made me feel worse, in all honesty, because I was reading all these books and I was doing all these things, but I still felt stuck. And I still didn't feel like I knew who I was, because I kept reading about other people's paths, and I wasn't creating my own. And that's why I stress to you guys all the time, books are great, and you can learn so much by other people, but you've got to make this you. And I'll tell you what worked for me. I got rid of almost all my books. I literally did. I kept my reference books. I kept my reference books, like the OG, like Wicked in the Kitchen, or like Scott Cunningham's like herb, reference books. I kept reference. That's all. And like a few tarot books that I loved. And ever since then, it's like I've reconnected with the divine. My gifts are fucking exploding again. I packed it all up, and I brought it all the way over to the Goodwill, which I get such a kick out of. Just think that they're gonna be like all their like witchcraft books. And can you imagine like somebody who can't afford to buy what I've invested in my process, and I'm not judging, and I think the books are great, but they can be a distraction if you don't know who you are. And I got lost. I kept studying everybody else's practice. You know what I mean? Instead of creating my own. Security. This is the reminder that you are always safe. You are always protected. You guys gotta really realize that. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna kind of circle back to what I was saying here. You are what you are who you keep the company with. And if you're around, and I've noticed this, unfortunately, the more my eyes twitching, so they're telling me just to say it. A lot of these witches ain't shit. Okay? And they will hex you for no fucking reason, or they'll judge you because, hi, and so be very wary of the company that you keep. If somebody has mental health issues and they're practicing witchcraft, I guarantee they've probably already sent you some evil eye. I learned that the hard way. Or somebody's gone through it and they're good for, just, there's nothing you can do about it. I think what people are forgetting about witchcraft, or about spirituality, about manifesting, is, your whole life needs to really be focused on being happy. Thank you. And I literally pulled this card. It's all about embracing joy. It's all about believing in yourself. It's about finding yourself so you can have the peace, so you can be joy. You want to be your biggest cheerleader. You want to be your biggest fan. Because if you're not going to do it, who's going to do it? And if you're not doing it for you and you're dragging yourself down, I'm telling you right now, misery fucking loves company. And if you're dragging yourself down, I guarantee that the people around you are going to be like, you know what? I know, baby. I know, baby girl. Life is tough. Life ain't shit. I get you. I feel you. But when you are really focused on happiness and joy and gratitude, that's when your life's going to change. that's when your life's going to change. Literally. Your life changes when you decide that you want to change and you want happiness and joy and you want things to be different. Now, I'm not saying it's easy, and many of you might have to go see a therapist. Many of you might have to, go see a doctor. Many of you might have to really kind of do whatever you feel called or drawn to. But it's deciding in that moment, I'm done. I want to be happy. And so I'm going to do the things that make me happy. And that make me happy. Honestly speaking, yes. Just gratitude and joy. It's literally will change your life because it changed mine. When I woke up every morning and I was like, I want to be happy. So what's going to make me happy? Losing weight. That's a big one for me right now. I'm wanting to, because I want to keep up with my kids. So I actively am trying to be happy that I'm on this journey of losing weight. So what's going to make me happy in the big scheme of life is eating an apple and not a cheesesteak. As much as I want a cheesesteak, I fucking love cheesesteaks. In the big scheme of life, what's going to make me happy is being around for my kids. We're gonna get into paid readings here in a second. I'm gonna do mini reads here in a sec, and then you can always book with me privately, which I'm doing a summer sale because with inflation and everything, Spirit was like, girl, we know you got the goods, but people are hurting and they still need healing. And I was like, I hear you, fam. I hear you. My biggest message to you right now is you gotta be your hero. You gotta be your hero. Okay? Ain't nobody gonna fly in and save your ass. And even if they do, they can only save the external. They're not gonna save the internal. Okay? That's on you, boo-boo. That's on you. I don't care. I don't care if your parents ain't shit. I don't care if your ex ain't shit. I don't fucking care because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah, my ex-husband ain't shit. My ex-husband is a fucking loser and he fucked me up and he left me broken. He fucking did. But at the end of the day, ain't nobody swooping in but me. It's why I was just talking to my stepdaughter the other day, and I would give you a brief little story, and I was like, she was uncomfortable about how they were changing Marvel and DC Universe and they were having so many female leads. And I was like, girl, I love it. I love it. I fucking love it. I said, because I got a daughter. I got a stepdaughter and I got a daughter. And I said, because representation matters. And if you look at it like this, look at that. Look at her life and how she overcame that. And that's, to me, is having the archetype. You don't have to work with a goddess to feel powerful, but knowing like that Aphrodite was a bad bitch despite everything. And that's a constant reminder of how powerful and strong Divine Feminine is. And having an archetype, embracing an archetype is powerful. And so you might want to say, hey, what would Wonder Woman do in all this? What would Aphrodite do in all this? Well, Aphrodite and fucking Wonder Woman wouldn't stay laying in bed feeling sorry for themselves. No, they wouldn't. You have literally got to be your biggest fan, okay? And if you're a content creator, I know there's content creators in here. I've got a lot of you guys who follow me, Mirror Mutuals. I love you. And one of the hardest things I've always had trouble doing for me personally was, how do I put it? Selling myself, telling everybody, hey, book with me, do this, because I was overly humble. And I was like, for what? My readings are amazing. I'm fucking the shit. Y'all, I change people's lives because everything I'm talking about, I know works because I did it for me. And I don't do I just have this gift where I can help you see exactly how to change your life. Because I did it for me and I've done it for my friends all the time. I did it for my husband. And so wake up in the morning and remind yourself, holy fuck, I got a whole day ahead of me where I get to be a bad bitch. I got a whole day ahead of me where I get to be a bad fucking bitch. It's life-changing. Speaking of which, before I get into the paid reads, book club, July 1st. I finally picked a book. I'm so fucking excited about this. We're doing a Spiritual Baddies book club. It's $8.99 a month. Every week I'm gonna do like 1 or 2 podcasts about the book. We're gonna do this together, dude. We're gonna be on some healing shit. We're gonna be the fucking badass spiritual gangsters here. We're gonna read every book, because I look at it like this. I'm really sick and tired of people selling these crazy, overly expensive courses to people when none of them are accredited. In all reality, they're just regurgitating information they've learned from a book or somewhere else. So a client of mine said this, 444, that's a motherfucking sign, right? A client of mine said this to me recently, and I was like, you're so right. And you know, her husband had said to her, no, you're not taking these classes, it's so expensive, that's crazy, like we can't afford it, but just go read the books that they read. So that's what we're gonna do. And the first book we're gonna do is The Magic. I'm gonna post it on my Instagram, so make sure you go follow there. And then I just started a Facebook group. So when you sign up for the thing, so the Facebook group is just gonna be for everyone who's in the Spiritual Baddies book club, where we can keep each other accountable. Okay? We're gonna keep each other accountable. We're gonna post what we're doing. We're gonna be doing magic. We're gonna be learning about angels. We're gonna be learning all the things. Manifesting, self-concept, law of assumption, all of it. We're gonna do all of it. And we're gonna do it together. And I'm really excited about it because you can tell I'm really excited about this. I'm just so fucking excited about this shit. So, yay. I'm easily excitable. It's the vibes. It's the vibes. The vibes your girl's in right now. And more to come, so go follow me on Instagram, because that's going to be all coming out July 1st. Doors open. It's going to be through Patreon, because I just feel like it's going to work the easiest. Everything's going to, July 1st, $8.99 a month, but I'm going to start putting all the information out for you guys to get the book. I got the book personally on Amazon for like, I forget what it was, but it was cheap. It will be linked. I don't want you guys to sign up for it yet, because I don't want you to charge you for June, because Patreon will charge you for June, and we're not doing anything in June. We don't start to July. Oh, absolutely. The Facebook group is completely optional. It's just for like if you wanted like an accountability buddies. So, because like The Magic, the book, which really cool, is the book The Magic has a 28-day challenge that we're gonna do all 28 days of it, and we're gonna manifest, and we're gonna fucking do the damn thing, and we're gonna be some spiritual ass baddies, and I'm so excited. I'm like so hyped. I'm like so fucking hyped about it. And you know your girl can talk, so I got y'all on your little like it's gonna be fucking so dope. I'm so fucking excited. Like, start thinking about what you want to manifest. Okay? All right. I'm only going to do 10 paid mini reads, because your girl gets really into it, and it's a little draining, and yeah, you know. They're just $10. This is me just doing the damn thing for $10. Yeah, we do work. And the links are in my bio. If you don't like hearing the truth, I ain't the one for you. We always say that, but I love you guys. So I love you. Just getting my decks here. Let me make sure my apps are open. Don't go anywhere. And you guys, remember, even if you don't get a mini read, you should stick around. Why? Because your angels will send you messages. They will. You'd be surprised.